So let's talk about the final thoughts here. And I've just made a list of things. This isn't just some random way to look at it. But I wanted to let you know that along with the altitude and the attitude process, right? In learning to fly, you learn that once you get into the air, it's small corrections, right? Because your corrections, and when you're running anything in a macro look, your small correction may not be visualized and seen at this level that you're at. And you really can't see, when you take a macro look, you may not be able to see the change in yourself in this small correction. Because once you hone in on it, right? Once you get CVG down, it is now time to make small corrections. And what I mean by that is that no adding new things onto the process, no adding, different ways to doing it, unless you've pulled back and decided that you have to train in those ways, right? So if you make a small correction, great. You could do that while you're doing live. You can make small things. You can tweak time periods just a little bit. But again, you're not going to be, if you're changing times, if you're changing, the way you trade completely, you better stop all live trading and go straight to demo and then make your big corrections, right? Because your small corrections in the world of your life is going to lead you to destinations where you're trying to go to. So if you make too big of a correction here, you're going to end up all the way up here, right? And that's not where you wanted to be. You wanted to be here, right? So you have to make these small corrections. Now, if you're in practicing, it doesn't affect your life that way, other than small amounts of time. But it helps produce you into a result that will lead you to where your final destination, where you want it to be. Secondly, I want all of you to keep an open mind that this company wasn't designed to be a fix-all for everybody. It wasn't designed to be perfect in any manner. And I don't mind taking criticism, but I won't be insulted. I've worked very hard in what we do. And even before this company, myself, my partners that I trust, have all worked very hard in what we had done. And we have detractors. We have people out there that call us names and treat us like crap. But we try to remain positive and move forward. We remove the negativity from our lives. We try to do the best we can. I once had a company, and still sort of have the company, and we built a system that had 2,700 plus people in it, right? And out of those 2,700 plus people, we probably had about 10, maybe 20 people out of that 2,700 that were really not happy with me. I had this tendency a long time ago to hold people accountable for what they said, and I would charge them, if you will, to explain what they meant by certain things that they said. And I would hold them responsible for their activity in the system because it was about working. And I would make promises and try to get things done and hope for the best as we built these things. And I made some people very unhappy. And there's 2 people out of this 2,700 people, out of that 10 to 20 people there that weren't happy. There was 2 people there that created this process of going to as many pissed off consumerism things and review sites out there as possible to blast my personal name. 2 people out of this 2,700. And so a micro look is that if you didn't see this 2,700, you just seen those 2 people pissed off, you think, oh, Maxx Fairo is a scammer and didn't pay these people for their hard-earned work from what they said. Sorry. I did the best I could. Tried to help as much as possible. You can't please everybody all the time. So when I say keep an open mind, you're going to be dealing with people out there in the world. You're associating with other traders. There's other things happening, and all of you customers, everybody that is here is all about building this solution. And it comes down to one thing. You're going to do it with what you trust with. I'm not going to force you to do any of this stuff. And I'm trying to give you as much information as possible within reason without overloading you. Okay? Keeping this open mind on what you're doing now, because this company, this system is not about me, Maxx Fairo, anymore. Hasn't been since March. It's about you. It's about you trading. It's about you making your business work. I'm giving you some of the tools, and I'm giving you advice on the instruction manual and the beginning of the packet that you're about to build. I am that person that can be utilized to call up in customer service to say, hey, what about this? And I could say, try this, and you could go try those. And then slowly what happens is this next one is that, and I've talked to a lot of people about this, you begin, I even said this a little earlier, you begin to see it subconsciously on your level, right? You begin to see where the support and resistance lines are and how trends are unfolding. And, you know, it does say an up position, but I'm getting a feeling, because it's right up against support, I'm not going to trust this one, right? And you might get that feeling and not take that trade, and what happens? And it goes against you. Sometimes it might go up, but I'd rather you excuse me, abstain from getting into that trade, or abstain from getting into a trade, I think it is, than take the risk to go against your gut feeling. It's the, let me throw it in the air and see what happens kind of feeling that's going to cause you the most pain. Right? So you start to get a feel for the trading, but this doesn't come from 1 or 2 trades. This comes from 1,000 or 200 or 300, right in that area. You begin to feel it right around 200 or 300. You begin to almost be able to trade without indicators at that level when you get to 1,000 or 2,000 trades. Growing with us over the next couple of weeks is very influential to your entire trading life. And I hate to be that dramatic, but what we're building with the Dex Trader system is probably one of the most powerful things that we've begun to put together, and the potential of power. It has a lot to grow, but when we build the foundation that is free of MetaTrader 4 and open to my databasing format and strategy testing and processing of the information of that data, and everything's button pushes away, I've created a quick solution that's never been done before. Yeah, there's companies out there. One has a scanner, will scan the market. One has a platform that, you know, you can attach to your to the Nadex website, and I will never do that, by the way. But none put you first in all of it. It's all about them. It's all about the money. It's all about their solution. Yep. Right. Now, the new system costs $147 a month just by itself. It has to be, right? Spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to do this system. Some of my own money in this next one. But for all of you that are here, for all of you that are watching this, that are customers, it's going to be free. Congratulations. You've earned it. You've been here. You've gone through the foundational stuff. All right. I've chosen not to talk about the last one because I've talked about competition enough lately. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of the negativity. I'm just going to keep moving forward. You've been resolved. All right. So for all of you that are watching after the fact, I want to thank you for your time, taking time out of your day. This is what's most important. If you're watching this and you're not in it right now, you're not here, don't worry. It's all good. You can show up whenever you can. Okay, there's only one thing you're missing is the questions and answers afterwards, which is pretty cool stuff. We get a lot of good stuff in there, right? But I do that so you can drive and be a part of this. But if you're watching after the fact, at least you've taken the time to be here and watch and listen and get to this point. So personally, I'm going to say congratulations. That is the tough part. So you stick around, okay? For everybody in the room, stick around. Join us for the questions and answers. For everybody else that's watching this after the fact, thank you again and trade well. I'm Maxx Fairo, and this is Dex Signals, Dex Indicators, and we'll see you soon. Trade well.